Welcome to Taylor Crafter Cook. Today I'm gonna basically just do a video of myself putting my garden together. So for February I'm gonna do two parts because it's only the 20th, but I already got a really long video and I don't want to put them together, so I'm gonna keep them separate. And part 2 won't come out until March because it's about February, and I'm gonna end up planting something on the last day of February because I'm gonna forget to plant it. So the video won't come out till March. I started the gardening effort by putting dirt into my seed starters because I can't start seeds without dirt. So it took me a few tries, 3 tries, before I managed to get the dirt in the seed starters on the first try without being too wet or pouring water all over the table or just making a generally huge mess. The best way of doing this turned out to be fill a container with halfway, only fill it halfway with dirt. Pour in a little bit of water from the watering can and mix it up with your hands. Why did that take me 3 tries to figure out? I'm an idiot. Anyway, the first day I planted was February 9th. And I planted a lot of stuff. I planted this kale, I planted this celery, this broccoli, and then I planted all 3 of these lettuces. I'm just showing you the seeds. I got them off Amazon. I really just searched around on, randomly clicked on stuff until I found a company I liked. Do I know if they're any good? I have no clue. That's what we're going to find out this year. Well, actually I have some clue. All of them have had a pretty great germination rate so far. Except maybe the iceberg lettuce. But that's a separate problem. And that was on me, not them. I then put my seed starters in my fancy smancy new greenhouse. Which didn't turn out well, but again, that's on me in a separate story. It's not the greenhouse. I should have known better than to put it up in February. We still get some pretty nasty weather around that time of year. On February 11th was my second attempt to fill the seed starters. I still screwed it up. Why did it take me 3 tries? Why? Anyway, I put all the dirt in it, and then I tried to water it afterwards. It took forever for the water to soak into that dry potting mix. When the water was finally completely absorbed and I actually put the seeds in, I did the entire thing with rainbow bell peppers. Now, I'm really excited about these seeds because they don't just have the regular, green, orange, yellow, red bell peppers. They also have these white ones and purple ones, or at least it's supposed to. So I put on a lot, so I'm hoping I get at least 1 or 2 of the cool ones. I planted 40 of them. So chances are good I'm gonna get at least 1. Right? Hopefully. We'll see. But I didn't put those in the greenhouse because peppers need heat to germinate. And my greenhouse, that's not really fancy, it's just like plastic tarpy thing. I showed it to you, it's plastic tarp. Not very fancy. So not gonna start the peppers in there. I put them inside. I have this nice window box seat in the front. It faces east and it sits on top of a radiator. I have no idea what every window in this house is over a radiator, but it is. So it works in my favor when I'm gardening. Not so much on the heating bill, but I'm young, I'm a kid, I don't have to worry about that. I'm not paying the bill. As of right now, the peppers still haven't come up, but they take 2 weeks, so I planted them the 11th. I'm not expecting that. And this is the point where Mother Nature decided to throw a wrench in all of my carefully planned out months in advance of gardening. She threw a snowstorm at me. But despite that, my greenhouse held up really well. So she decided to throw a windstorm at me instead. I don't know what happened with this windstorm. I didn't see anything about it on the news or in the weather apps. I don't think it was supposed to hit us, so no one made a big deal. I went to bed, it was perfectly fine, it was fairly warm, 40s-ish, which for my area is warm in February. And then I woke up the next day and there was this huge gash in the greenhouse. Like, completely down the center of the door. And my seeds were on the floor. My entire container of lettuce and kale and celery had fallen off the top shelf and onto the floor. The dirt was everywhere. I had no idea if any of the seeds were still even in the container. So I decided to bring it inside and put it in the box window because the greenhouse wasn't doing me any good as a greenhouse when the wind was blowing it away. So in the front window, fingers crossed, hoping things came up. A couple days later, I got so many lettuce plants I have no idea what to do with them. Like, no idea. I planted assuming that, you know, every other seed would come up. I have every single seed. Not the iceberg. They unfortunately fell out of the container. But every other seed of lettuce I planted came up. So I now have like 8 of the ruby red lettuce and like 7 of the oak leaf. That's a lot of lettuce. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll show you guys a salad in April or whenever it is that the lettuce is done. And anyway, the kale also came up after they sprouted. I moved all the sprouts out and spread them out and re-leveled the dirt because my broccolis came up and they had ½ an inch of dirt. I don't know how the seed was in there and the dirt was gone, but hey, it came up, so I fixed all the dirt, they re-leveled, put all of them spread out. I separated all my kales because I had at least 2 kales per container, 2 lettuces per container. They seem to be doing fine, so that's good. My iceberg lettuce, there was no dirt left in the seed starting area that I put, so I don't expect any lettuce. Not iceberg. Of course, it could have been in with one of the other lettuces, and I'll find that out in a couple months, that it's like, that's not ruby red, that's iceberg. Oops. But for now, it looks like I lost that. And the celery still hasn't come up. Did say 10 days. It hasn't quite been 10 days since I planted it, I don't think. 9th? Oh no, it's been more than 10 days, so it should have come up. So I'm going to say the celery's probably not going to sprout. That it probably got knocked out, so oh well. I'll replant it next week. I'm planting all of this again probably for my next planting in a week, so we'll see. And then I had a whole bunch of empty pockets that I hadn't filled the whole thing initially anyway, so I decided to fill in all the space around it with herbs. So I put in a little bit of savory, but I only put in 1, so if it doesn't come up, I'm not super surprised. I put in a couple of sage, like sage, I hope it comes up. I put in some oregano, because who wants pasta sauce without oregano in it? Doesn't taste much like pasta sauce without oregano. And I put in chives, because I like chives. I put in probably 8 things of chives, so I'm going to regret that. I'm going to have way more chives than I know what to do with this summer. But whatever. So I covered the whole thing, I put it back in the window, and I'm going to hope it all comes up. And if it doesn't, I'm going to plant it all again and try again. So we'll see how that turns out in a couple weeks. And while I had all of that gardening stuff out, because, you know, I had the dirt thing out because I was re-leveling, and I had the watering can out, and I had to pull out the seed trays because I left them in the greenhouse and half of them blew out, so I was collecting those anyway. I decided, you know what? I got these cool strawberry seeds. I bought them. I wasn't going to plant them right then, but you know what? I did. I don't have video of this because I hadn't planned to videotape myself spreading everything out, and then I just kind of did this spur of the moment. So, oh well. I planted them all. There's 40 things of strawberries. Technically it's 80 because there's 2 seeds in each. Same with the peppers, it's 80 because there's 2 seeds in each. We'll see if it all comes up. Hoping all of it comes up. I don't know where I'm going to put 80 strawberry plants, but I will figure it out. I like strawberries. especially homegrown ones. I haven't had those since I was a real little kid because our strawberry bushes all died years ago. So, looking forward to those. So, I got strawberries, I got peppers, got all my lettuces. I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that's everything. I'm working on carrots, but I'm kind of testing that out. That's going to be like a weekly front window kind of thing, so that's going to be in the next video if I decide to record it, or I might wait until I start getting carrots from the front window and then record it. You'll see it eventually. For now, it's just a yogurt container sitting on the windowsill. Now, none of these seeds were sponsored or anything like that. They're just the random seed packets that I picked off of Amazon because I'm too lazy to go to the gardening store. That's everything that I have planted as of the 20th of February, which is when I'm recording all of this. And I will let you know what else I plant later on. Thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me this long because I've been rambling a lot. If you liked the video, please subscribe and hit the like button. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. That was backwards. If you didn't like the video, I would love if you could leave me a comment as to why, so I can improve this channel. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a great day.